Hello everyone, Attack Power here with a very exciting game 2 between Mr. Ghosty and Shkodder in the Steel Division 2 Season 11 League. Let's dive right in here to Zbucyn. And on the left in the red, we have Mr. Ghosty playing first Fallschirmjager on Vanguard income. And on the right in the blue, we have Shkodder playing third Fallschirmjager on flatline income. I can already hear you keyboard warriors going to town. This can't happen. Fallschirmjagers can't play each other. I get it. It's fine. We'll all be fine. But it is very interesting to see which of these is the superior Fallschirmjager division. My gut says third, but who knows? Let's dive in here to Mr. Ghosty's deck first. Fallschirmjager here. Recon tab. It's good. I mean, there's nothing spectacular about it. It's got sharpshooters, you got the snipers, you got the Abwehrs with their Panzerschreck, but that's about it. I think you can get another card of snipers, but he's not bringing them here. Infantry tab, of course, the highlight of first Fallschirmjager. You get a fun, eclectic mix of infantry. You get the Fallschirmjagers, of course. So you have 2 cards of FG42s, which he's bringing in A and B. Then you get the Fallschirmjager ZF, which he's bringing in A already. With the snipers, kind of disappointing. He's only going to have 4 of those, but it is what it is. Fallschirmjager Pioneer in B phase, and that's all your Fallschirmjagers, except unless you're counting the Fallschirmjager Sturm Pioneer and the Fallschirmjager Stollstrup. Stollstrup is phenomenal, a great unit. Definitely one of the highlights of this division. Then you have the Grenadier MG42s, and he's bringing the OS Legionnaire as well. The tank tab, a unique one, being that all you can bring are Tigers. So yeah, we see some Tigers. He could have more, but he's only bringing those. The support tab, I feel like there's a 2K HE option here, but he's not bringing it. I feel like it's an LG42, but he's actually not bringing it, which to me feels really weird. But he's bringing a whole bunch of MG34s instead, double vetted there, and the MG216. The AT tab, a fun mix of units, most of which you can only bring in A. We see the PaK 47, the 47 mil there, Poopshin, the PaK 40, Nashorn, and the Jagdpanzer 4. The AA tab, nothing to write home about. SDK Z7 definitely gets the job done, though. The RD tab is a Fallschirmjager RD tab, although now it does have a big gun in it, but he's still not bringing it. That seems really weird to me. These Geb 105s are pretty bad. I'm not a big fan of those at all, especially when you have big guns to choose, especially the Beobachter on top of that all. I mean, his leaders have radio, so it seems really weird to me to bring that at all. But maybe, I don't know, we'll see. Maybe he's planning some sort of sneak move, although in Zbucyn, I feel like it's tough to sneak stuff around. Anyway, the air tab, pretty solid. ME410s, there are JUs to bring, but he's not bringing any of them. JU88s, I think, or 188s. And then the Sagittario, phenomenal Italian fighter. On the other side, third Fallschirmjager, definitely the scary boogeyman of the Fallschirmjager buff that recently occurred. The recon tab, pretty solid here. You get the Abwehrs again, and then you get SPW 41s, which is really nice. The infantry tab is all Fallschirmjager. There's no light units in here, but now you do have the 20-point Fallschirmjager to fill your deck out, and I think that's going to really help a lot. I think that does help this division quite a lot, because the big issue with this division before was all you basically had were crappy 35. Well, they weren't crappy, but 40-point infantry that are really hard to call in, and then those crappy Luftwaffe Jaegers, which are terrible. And these 20-point Fallschirmjagers are very good still. So you have the Fallschirmjager Pioneers, you get the 2 cards of FG42 Fallschirmjagers, but he's bringing both in A, double vetted. That seems really weird to me. I feel like you want this infantry throughout the game, and like, why wouldn't you just go A and B? Then he's got the Fallschirm Sturm Pioneers, Sturmjagers, excuse me. Then he has another card of Fallschirmjager ZF, and I think there's 2 of these. He's only bringing 1 in C phase. The tank tab, just bringing the 2 cards of Stug 3s. You can get a leader card and an L6 tank, but he's only bringing those Stug 3s. Support tab, really good in this deck. You have MG42s, you get the Stu 42 and the LG42. It's all 42s all day long. No commander, though. The AT tab, really solid. PaK 40s, Gerlich, and the Panzerschreck. The AA tab, really good as well. You get Flak 36s, Flak 4188. He's bringing the 20 mils, not 100% sure why. The RD tab, pretty lacking. He's bringing the Geb 105s, and he's bringing the Yucky off map along with the leader. And the air tab has some nice choices in here. JU88, S1s, BF109 G6s, HS129s, and some recon. And off we go into the game. We see one of those recons out early. BF109 G8. These are now 65 points. They got a pretty hard point nerf, all of these faster recon planes. Now, I can't remember if the SDK Z7 is a Flak 36. It is a Flak 36. So yeah, this thing is a little underwhelming. It does come in with some veterancy, though. They improved the vet curve on it, so it doesn't completely blow anymore. Like before, you would only get 2 at 0 vet. and they're really underwhelming at 0 vet. At least at 1 vet, they start to be a little bit effective, especially if you can get a leader by them. Now, you know, they're at 2 vet. Now they're actually putting out some damage. So MG42 going after the sharpshooter here. Sharpshooter does get out, goes on return fire. It is in range of the MG40. They could throw down hands. I don't know if they will, though. Let's see if this Pack 47, Pack 177 can pick up any kills here. It's going to hit the AB. Should be able to kill that easily. That's a big kill. Those AB41s could be pretty huge in this game because there's not a whole lot of light armor counters outside of the 47 mil in first Fallschirmjager. Let's see, is this Grenadier going to unload in time? It looks like the answer is yes. Wow, very lucky there for Mr. Ghosty. And if you guys didn't see game 1, make sure to go check that out. It was a fantastic game from these two players. It feels like there's like no troops on the field. This is such like a small deployment because everything these guys call in is relatively expensive. Like there's just not a lot of cheap stuff. When all your infantry is like 30 or 35 points or 40 points, you're not exactly calling in oodles of troops. So we see a lot of Fallschirmjager. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, it's a late night cast. And we see Fallschirmjager ZF. Remember, there's only 4 of those because Mr. Ghosty only brought the card in A. Again, really, I feel like Ghosty's built his decks really weird. Nothing like I would build them, that's for sure. Although the dude's better than me, so I don't know why I'm saying anything. Garlic opening up on the Tiger. Almost had a side shot there. Unfortunately, missing. Now the Tiger should be able to win that pretty easily, especially at this range. The Garlic shouldn't be able to bounce. Penetrate, I mean. And now the Fallschirmjager ZF with their snipers easily eviscerating that. Infantry pushing into the woods here. We have Fallschirmjager FG42s, the Fallschirm Pioneers. Yeah, these guys are the good old, like, MG42, 2 FG42, 6 G43s, 10-man, Raider, 35 point. I mean, this is what these units, this is what they were when they originally came out, and they was absolutely cracked. They're still absolutely cracked, but at least there's, like, a limit to how many you can get. So one thing that's important to note is those incomes. Mr. Ghosty on the Vanguard, Shkodder on the Flatline. Definitely very interesting. And this is definitely an interesting thing because Ghosty's going to end up with a basically 150 point advantage by the end of A phase. Then they're even through B phase, and then Shkodder starts picking up 350 points every 10 minutes. He's got a 35 point lead. That's pretty significant. That's not small. And especially since Ghosty's only got a 150 point advantage, that means it's only going to take about 5 minutes into C phase for Shkodder to actually, you know, outpoint him. And Flatline is not an income we see often. We saw me try it. I tried it against Yapasa. If you didn't see that game, go check it out. It didn't go so well. It ends up just feeling like, why don't I just call in... You know, why don't I just do balanced instead? I mean, I'm not that much further down. And usually it's in relation to playing against Maverick, not playing against Vanguard. I still feel like... I don't know. I mean, I guess Flatline seems to make sense on paper, but the fact that you're just never getting that many points is part of the problem. ME410 comes in, hits that MG42, forces that off. Fallschirmjager getting overwhelmed, but there is an SPW here. That's going to hit that Fallschirmjager FG42, and that's going to need to fall back. Fallschirm Pioneers now in, pushing off that Grenadier MG42. Ghosty actually looking very light up north. That SPW is going to be a bit of an issue. Unless it gets into range of that Pack 40. Pack 177 there. Tiger finding some reinforcement rows to hit. Stu-42 getting targeted. That'd be a huge kill there. There's only 2 of those, and that 2K HE can be so good. Stu-42 gets out of range just in time. Pack 40 trying to get into a better spot. Fallschirmjager gets spotted by the SPW. Oh, ow. Ooh, ow, ooh, ow, 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 ow. And Ghosty, he does have the A and B phase of the FG42. It's Shkodder who put both FG42s in A. I thought that was really weird. HS-129 getting target shots on target on the Tiger. Tiger bounces and survives. Ooh. And the Stu-42 goes down to the Pack 40. That's pretty huge. JU-88 coming in for the bombing strike on the Pack 40? Yes. Sagittario in, going for that HS-129. He wants the AT dead. Forget the recon and the bombers, and he's going to get his kill. Wow, Sagittario, a fantastic fighter. Extremely, not extremely, but very fast at 600 kilometers. This is a good speed. 600 kilometers an hour is like, I feel like the right sweet spot. If you get too fast, the plane often flies. Like, it goes past the plane too fast, can't shoot it down, especially if it doesn't have a really heavy armament. And it's super maneuverable, and it's got a great loadout. One of the best fighters in the game, in my opinion. Now, its big issue... Ooh, Stug 3 actually gets the penetration on the Tiger 3 on the Tiger. That's not like super duper surprising, but that is a pretty... I mean, at close range, that's not surprising at all. At this range, that's actually not a super high penetration chance. So very lucky there for Shkodder. Anyway, the Sagittarius's issue is it doesn't have medium resilience. It has bad resilience. So it can never be like one of the best fighters truly in the game. But it is a very good fighter. In terms of bad resilience fighters, this is one of the best by far. I guess that would be the right way to say it. If you get medium resilience fighters involved, then yes, it no longer holds a candle because medium resilience is so valuable, so incredibly valuable. Sagittario trying to take out this SBW, it doesn't look very damaged, so it's not doing that much. But currently Ghosty on a 13-11 with this flag here in the center. He hasn't been able to force his way into this flag, though. South is pretty static. These Fallschirm Pioneers pushing in, though. FG-42s, if this was a full squad, he would definitely have the advantage, but of course it's nearly dead. These things do put out the damage, but Fallschirm Pioneers also do. ME-410 gets a bombing strike off. Not sure where. Probably that AB-41 again. He really wants that dead. Fallschirmjager ZF going up against the Sturmjäger. Sturmjägers technically put out more damage at this range with their MP-44s. And finally, AB-41 does go down to the Sagittario. ME-410 needs it to call off its airstrike, but now there's a Flak 41 getting into position. And unfortunately, both planes are in an awkward position. They can't go, like, immediately strafe that. Stug 3 goes down in the Pack 40. Can the Sagittario get on target? 88 now on the 410. And that's going to get forced off. Sagittarius just... Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know what it's doing. And now Shkodder on a 13-11 here. It's actually really quite bad for Mr. Ghosty. We have seen a lot more Vanguard this season. Kind of surprising. I do wonder who picked their income first. My guess would have to be Ghosty. I don't see any player straight picking Flatline out of the gate. Again, Flatline's just in a weird spot. It looks good on paper. Like, you know, you're playing Maverick. You get extra points in A phase, which is nice. You're not way down in B phase. C phase, you still have a good advantage. But it's just like you never get a ton of points to work with. So you're always working with like a medium-ish amount of points. So it ends up being hard to like string a push together. I get that's just the feeling of it. I don't really know why. Again, on paper, it feels like the only thing that this would be bad against is like balanced. Because balance has the long game, basically, and you only have an advantage in A, and then you have a distinct disadvantage in every other phase. Like, balance is definitely, like, balance on Flatline, definitely balance. But outside of that, it doesn't, like, I mean, I guess Juggernaut kind of too, but who's playing Juggernaut, really? If there was one income that gets played less than Flatline, it's Juggernaut. You know, but after that point, then it's like, why doesn't it work against the aggressive incomes? It just doesn't. And my guess is, again, you just don't have a real push at any point in the game. So Mr. Ghost making some nice plays here to get back in here. Tiger getting into support. AB-41 did go down. Up north, the Stoss Trooper now in, so they can clear out these Fallschirmjägers. Fallschirmjager ZF moving forward as well. The issue is this AB-41. And I mentioned those would be an issue. There's just not a lot of good ways in first Fallschirmjäger to kill those off efficiently. You got to call in an entire Tiger. You got to get a pack in the right spot. Sharpshooter cannot seem to finish off this machine gun, and now it's going to switch targets to a different MG42. This is a disaster. Mr. Ghosty trying to fix it, but the Sharpshooter is now reloading. There's a Fallschirmjäger Fuhrer out in the middle of nowhere. And it goes down. ME410 trying to come in. It does kill the MG42 off. You see a 20 mil. Why even call that in? It doesn't do anything. It's absolute trash. I understand maybe the concept is 20 mil kills, 88 stops, but like 120 mil doesn't really kill. It doesn't. Sturmjäger is being engaged at a much less beneficial range here. Then again, Fallschirmjager FG42 also not even firing its rifle, so technically this is almost an even fight. There's one less machine gun in the Sturmjäger, though. No, there's not. Just kidding. I'm incorrect. Tiger finding the FG42. Ghosty can't seem to break through this. He's bringing a commander, and we're in B phase now. Again, it's not like it's Maverick or anything. It's just flatline, so we're still even. Ghosty just doesn't have an advantage anymore. See, an 81 with mortar really far up. A lot of infantry in this woods now, but they've yet to be able to clear things out because of the SPW. And again, first of all, just a tiger. You just got to bring a tiger to clean that up. It's just very annoying. Mortar in takes out the Fallschirmjager, but it's probably already dead, honestly, from like the tiger or something. Mortar needs to hit this leader. That's what really needs to happen. Ghosty tried to use leadership to break open the front line. Not a bad idea at all. Tiger moving into a position to potentially engage the 88. Not sure what else he'd be putting it there for. More going after the 88. Let's see how much further it falls back. Do we have a JU-88 coming in? These, I don't like these. Having 10 50-kilogram bombs is, like, really bad. Literally, this just kind of pins stuff. But I just don't feel like 95 points just to pin something down is really that worth it. I mean, here it seems fine because of this specific situation, but I don't know. If I call a plane in, I want it to kill stuff. That's just always my opinion on it. I'm not saying that's right. I'm just saying that's the way I end up looking at it. If I'm spending 95 points on something, it better be killing something. Or making all my other units fantastic at killing something, i.e. a commander. So off-map coming down, there's not much here, of course. It might accidentally kill the 88 1 mil mortar, even though it's pretty far out of the circle. The Tiger, let's see how damaged it is. It's not damaged, so it shouldn't die unless he gets a very lucky land. LG-42 heat shell actually does miss. Also Legionnaire getting in there. I mean, these guys are just basically Gavardia. Mortar going after that 88. Can it get the kill? Looks like it's going a little long. Yeah, it does look like it's apparently off target there. There's the off map. Probably going to kill off the MG 34. Yep, there's the mortar dead from... It wasn't even that close. Oof. It's a rough loss. ME410 trying to get through, but there's now a Flak 36. So now there's like real AA going on here. Yeah, the combo of these three will stop any plane, that's for sure. Tiger does survive the off map. Mr. Ghosty currently on a 13-11, but down south, things not looking too hot for him. Ooh. Oh, he really needs this kill. If he can kill this off, he can go clear out all those infantry. That would be huge. And he's going to get it. So now all these infantry can push forward. The Stealth Troop are still dangerous at long range. They're not technically long-range units, but with the 3 FG-42s and the Bren, you can definitely put out some great damage, and he is now moving. So Tiger coming in clutch there. 88 takes out this Tiger, though. Ouch. Off-map coming in again, but there's basically nothing there at this point. Ghosty only has the couple Fallschirmjager ZF, and they're basically already gone. Yeah, still not a fan of only having these in A phase with 4 of them. They're so freaking strong. Just feels like you're kneecapping yourself doing that. LG-42 has 100 millimeters of penetration, which means this Jagdpanzer should be really safe from it, quite frankly. It's got 135 millimeters of armor. So 130, excuse me. This LG-42 has to get really lucky. It's already dead. It didn't even land the hit. Fallschirmjager ZF getting overwhelmed here pretty quick. Just a lot of troops here. Fallschirmjager FG-42 still put out a lot of damage. ME-410 does get its bombs off, but the Fallschirmjager are already retreating, so the bombs do very little. Looks like they'll get away. These are Flak 36s after all. Grenadier MG-42 already starting to come in. Geb 105, what is he doing? Is he going for like close support here with this thing? I don't even remember like how does this do in close support? I've never done this. I don't generally use my arty at like direct fire. I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I'm just saying I just never do it. Okay. I mean, it fires pretty fast. That's way faster than 4 rounds a minute. I guess it fires faster when it has the direct line of sight. Okay, very interesting. Maybe that's why he brought those and not the big guns. Was just specifically for this. 88 goes down. Another mortar in. Off map coming in again. Or maybe that was the end of the second one? I don't even know. Off map is gross. Stupid. But Mr. Ghosty now on a 15-9. 3 minutes left here in B phase. He was able to recapture the southern flag. At this point, Shkodder's probably out of Fallschirmjager FG-42s. Because of his weird build of putting both cards into A phase. When he has the long income. That's what's even more confusing. He's got the longer game income. So I would think you'd want the deeper pool of troops, of good troops. Here's the Fallschirmjager 20-point ones. They have an MG-42 and they're a 12-man squad with a Panzerfaust. I mean, that's just insanely good. Your average 20-point infantry, you know, is a Grenadier, which has an MG-34, no Panzerfaust, and only 9 men. So you're getting 3 more men, a Panzerfaust, an MG-42, all for the same price. MG-42 taking a hard hit from the mortar there. A lot of support weapons in this town. This is abnormal, actually. Usually this is a pretty empty area of the map. So very interesting to see that, seeing so many units there. Fallschirmjager pushing forward. The MG-42 helping in support. Did the Tiger reposition? It did. LG-42, though, in just in time. The Stolstrup going to die. Ouch. There's actually not a lot of infantry left here. As Shkodder's poking around trying to find a weak point. Oh, this is a Maxim. I've tried to figure out which Russian gun this was. It's just a Maxim. And now it's dead. Got a leader coming in. There's a fair number of troops still here. Looks like mortar coming with some smoke to cut the LG-42 off. Act 40 getting hit. Ghosty barely holding on down south here. I mean, he's got some good infantry defending the line, but there is an SPW. But there's an Abwehr depending on how close he gets. This Geb doing some work. Really is. Fallschirmjager coming in. Will this guy get him? Yeah, he will help him out. ME-410 trying to save the day. Stolstrup is 4 men only. I mean, they'll get a Molotov off, so they might still beat the Pioneer. But the other infantry will probably swing it. The Maxim did reveal the infantry here, so it's allowing the Tiger and stuff to actually help the cause a bit. These Geb very accurate this close. Back to a 15-9 despite losing the flag up north. Stolstrup goes down up north. He did surrender one of the Fallschirmjagers. These guys are very, very good. Whole bunch of reinforcements coming now. LG-42 going after the Jagdpanzer IV again. Still not a great fight for him. As infantry aggressively push forward. Fallschirmjager ZF go down. These Fallschirmjager FG42 are going to die to the triple star Sturmjäger. There you go. Fallschirmjager. Fallschirmjager? There we go. Tiger E took a pen from something. Oh, the 88. The 88 misses its second shot, and now the Jagdpanzer and Tiger combo should be able to pin it down. But will the Tiger get its shot off before the 88 kills it? No! Every time. ME410 coming in to save the day. Oh, big hit there. That's the heavier ME410. That's why. It's got the better bomb loadout. Wow, that was a big hit. Taking out 2 Fallschirmjager squads. Yeah, that was rough. Ghosty only had a 1410 though. Bombing strike in misses completely. No AA up north. Yeah, Shkodder captured this flag here. His Ulst Legionnaires getting spotted. Why aren't they shooting back? Once they get shot at, they should respawn. It's kind of weird. Nashorn on the hill. Pack 40 against the MG34, it looks like. MG34 should technically win. Infantry surrendered here. A nice push from Ghosty up north. Sturmjäger's getting... Oh, they are in the woods, but there they go. Now they're moving. The double one should win. If there was only one, these are really... I mean, they're really not good CQC infantry. But if they had Berettas, maybe they'd suck a little less, but they're still pretty bad. They're going to have to 2-on-1 this Fallschirm Pioneer if they want any chance. They need to keep... Nope, the grenade gets thrown. Yep. Ooh. Alright, well, it did get surrendered. JU-88 does not get through the triple star SDK of Z7-2s here. Double LG-42 deployed. Yeah, it does get shot down, so another bomber dead. Stolztrupp is in with the Sturm Pioneer, and they're going to make a run for it. Yeah, and like he's now... Shkodder's forced to call in just Fallschirmjägers instead of FG-42 Fallschirmjägers. Again, these deck building choices so weird. Mr. Ghosty not much better in terms of the weirdness, but at least he put the Fallschirmjäger FG-42 in A and B, which allows him to actually have like access to a fair number of them. It's only 14-10 here for Ghosty, and we're now 25 minutes into the game. So Shkodder now going to be even on income. Up to this point, Ghosty has had a 150-point advantage, which is not, like, huge, to be honest. I mean, it's an advantage, but nothing backbreaking. Nowhere close to, like, the 400-point advantage Maverick gets over Balanced or something. So the Fallschirmjager is getting overwhelmed because Ghosty decided to push out here. And now he took a ton of damage. ME410 coming in, though, with the big bomb loadout. That should definitely put some hurt. Ow, yeah, down that goes. That was a big hit. These are very good. The ME410s with the big bombs, very, very good. Ton of Grenadier MG42 coming. And that's kind of what you do with this deck. You just spam these out once you start getting them. You can get so many. And truthfully, for 20 points, getting an MG42 on an infantry squad is always solid. I mean, that's why 28th Jaeger was so good for a long time, was because it's 20 points to get a MG42 unit. That division just doesn't do it these days, though. I'm not 100% sure why. I think it's just because their hybrid infantry are not... They're bad at everything. Like, they're not good enough at long range. It's a little different than 25th Gebirgsjäger, or 5th Gebirgsjäger, excuse me, Gebirgsjäger. They just have a better combined arms. 28th doesn't have that combined arms as much. Does not have, like, the super cost-efficient Stugs and things. Does a better AA, though. And Gebirgsjägers are definitely better than Jaegers. No question of that. FG-42 Fallschirmjager is going into the woods here. Of course, not a fan of that, although what they're up against is not much. What they're up against is really not that dangerous, so... It should be a pretty easy win here. Geb 105 doing its direct fire thing. I didn't realize how much faster these fires when they can see direct. Did take out one of the LG-42s. We'll probably go down to the other one, though. Since it's already on target. Mortar trying to save the day. No, just kidding. It's going after the MG-42. Did get a shot off. It's going to go wide. LG-42 surviving. Although he does have 6 of those? No, he's only got 3. But that was for freaking 70 points. That was pretty effective. Back to a 12-12, though. Big push down south going pretty well here for Shkodder. We see a Tiger coming in for Ghosty. Needs to get this flyby. All the south has been lost here to Shkodder. And not all the north, though, has been captured by Ghosty. That's the thing. Now we see Fallschirm Pioneers getting into the woods. That's definitely an issue. These FG-42s need to get to the edge of the woods to stop them, but the problem is the SPW is there again. ME-410 coming in for that LG-42. How many freaking LG-42s are there? 6 of them. I swear to God, we've seen like 10. They just keep coming. There were 2 here. At least one died here. This might be the last one. The one that just died here. So this one here might be the last living one. Maybe there's one more. I hate saying that because then one always shows up, but we've seen a lot. Nashorn finding the Stu-42, and it doesn't look like Shkodder has noticed. Can the Nashorn not suck a big one for once? Nashorns are very disappointing to me, oftentimes. They just seem to miss a lot. Notice he missed twice. Had 3 shots with no response and missed twice. Like, that just sucks. That's unfortunate RNG. It just feels like that happens a lot. Fallschirm Pioneer will get pinned down. Did get the grenade off. Pack 177 does not get the opportunity to fire. Sherm Pioneer does get a burst off on the Pioneer, but the Pioneer going to get its grenade out. Oh, no, it's reloading. He does have a chance. The Fallschirm Jaegers here still boast a pretty damaging CQC fire because of the FG-42s. And the G-43s. Again, not ideal, but not awful either. Pretty intense fight there. Stolstrup firing out of the woods at these Pioneers. There are a lot of Pioneers. He's got an A and B. See, he could have... These could all be FG-42 units if he wanted them to be. Very strange. Very odd. Weird cap here. Is getting squeezed out, though. There is a Flak 36 up here now. Stop that Sagittario from doing whatever it wants. Bunch of reinforcements trying to get in time. It's back to a 15-9 for Ghosty, building up a pretty big gap here with 22 minutes remaining in this game. Now we see a second 105 coming in, along with ammunition and a battery fire. So it looks like Shkodder's starting to get entrenched here, and he definitely now has the income advantage. Fallschirmjager does get spotted finally. It's going to get forced out. Tiger is here. It's pretty good ways from the forest, so it should be pretty safe. Sharpshooter in a very weird spot. ME-410's coming in for that AB-41, and it does get killed. That's a pretty big kill there. He really needed that to open up this area. I mean, he could have... His other option was to balls up and send the Tiger, but that is definitely ballsy. Stu-42 did go down, so that was a nice kill there from the Nashorn, finally. Now it finds the 20 mil. I mean, it's always exciting to kill AA, but it's still a 20 mil. Like, it's not anything like, oh my god, I'm killing a 20 mil. Take that. It was doing a lot. Of course, you get enough of these and they do make a difference, but again, not anything like uber exciting, but it did get away, unfortunately, for Ghosty there. So currently 15-9. Another Nashorn in, searching for that Stug 3. Did get a shot, but it missed, of course. And now the double Fallschirm Pioneer in. We see an Abwehr as well. That can definitely take care of that SPW finally. And if it does, then he should be able to capture the hill. The Fallschirm Pioneer in that annoying spot, though the Sturm Pioneer sees it. So this Nashorn might be able to get around the corner here and get it. There's a Pack 40, though. Uh-oh. Looks like that Nashorn about to go down. Mortar getting reloaded to keep firing. Should be able to take out that Pack 40. ME-410 gets through the shield of pissy 20 mils here. The Fallschirm Pioneers take a big hit here, losing one squad and getting the other ones damaged. So nice bombing strike there from Ghosty. Another mortar in down south. It's not hitting. Oh, actually, will hit this. Awkward for Shkodder there. Just unfortunate timing. Ouch! That was a huge hit. Whoa! Yeah, the Nashorn went down to that Pack 40. Ouch. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. SPW did back up, but there's still a chance the Obver could reach it. It's right on the cusp. Right on the cusp of that. Still 59 for Ghosty. Only 4 minutes remaining here. Can Shkodder pull off another miraculous turnaround? This is kind of where we were at last game. With Ghosty doing his aggressive thing. But here's the thing. So the one thing I do agree with is Shkodder put a card of Fallschirmjager ZF in C phase. So he's got lots of those to play with, and these are pretty fantastic. Now, one thing to note, Fallschirmjager ZF do not have an AT weapon, even though they have the AT symbol. There's some visual bug or something in the game that they still haven't fixed. It claims that it has AT, it doesn't. So before you all be like, what's going on there? There's no AT on them. We all know that. It's a visual bug of some sort. It has no effect on gameplay. Or so we're told. Stolstrup hitting up that Fallschirm Pioneer. Can easily win. Fallschirmjager over here getting overwhelmed by the much better Fallschirm Pioneer and FG42 Fallschirmjager. Ghosty making a general push down south. ME 410 coming in. I mean, Shkodder's AA has been very lacking up to this point. I mean, there was a time it was good, and then the 88s got killed. So both 88s are dead, actually, now that I think about it. We do have 4 Flak 36s, and none of them appear to have been killed. And there are 4 20 mils running around. Sharpshooter don't really have a chance against this Fallschirmjager ZF. Big infantry push, though, very successful, and there's nothing here to stop it from continuing to be successful. Meaning the Obver put out some half-decent damage with their Gewehrs. Yep, easy win there. Infantry getting crushed, though. As those Fallschirmjager ZF already showing how ridiculously good they are. I mean, freaking double machine gun. And is it MG42 on top of it all? Yeah, it is. Wow. God, these guys are good. They are 40 points, though. I mean, you're paying for it. It ain't free. Sherm Pioneer's getting spotted. Bomber in. Now 14-10. 3 minutes remaining here. See, that just barely did anything at all. Hoopshin in. It did finally take out the AB-41 as Ghosty desperately tries to capture this flag. Sherm Pioneer had to fall back, but now it's just out in the open. Pack 40 coming in, Bonner coming in as well. The Flak 36, will it stop this bomber? Oh, it probably won't because it's too busy shooting at infantry. Nope, bombs away. Oh, my goodness, these are good. Full wipe of that unit. B-49 Recon in. Tiger's flowing, and we have 2 Tigers and a Jagdpanzer 4. That's like basically all the rest of the armor. Not basically, that is the rest of the armor in Ghosty's deck. All at once here. Holding on to that 14-10 hard. The Gebs here for Shkodder now firing. I think there was a machine gun here. So he's not just like randomly firing at nothing. Tiger on the hill for some Knights HE support. Remember, they do have a higher HE damage on their gun. You can check that out really quick. 1.76. Higher than the usual, like, say, Jagdpanzer. 1.52. It's not like anything insanely higher, but it is slightly better. Wow, these infantry get thrown off here. This Fallschirm Pioneer is still alive. I'm surprised he didn't send the ME 410 after this Fallschirm Pioneer here. Bomber did get 1 bomb off. Oh, no, 2. Just kidding. So that Pack 40 going to go down. Ooh, machine gun goes down in the transport. Bombs come up short. Actually, these I forgot. These are the 50 mil. The 50 kilogram. Pack 40 still has APCR on, so even if it does hit this transport, probably ain't going to do much. As Ghosty trying desperately to get enough support in to stop these Fallschirmjager ZFs, which are just shredding him right now. I can't help but think that tanks need a slight buff to their HE damage. Or a buff to their suppression on their HE. Not sure which, but I really do think tanks would benefit immensely from that. The AA getting hit. Ghosty not moving it, actually. Definitely an abnormal mistake from him there. I understand not moving it right away. Like, you know, because there was no artillery up to this point. So I get not moving it before this moment, but now he's getting hit. So, like, I would get moving. 13-11. Under a minute left here for Shkodder. He has captured this flag in the middle. Sturm Pioneer go down. One SDKFZ dead. Disaster there. ME410 getting in there. Oh no! The bombing strike misses completely. As this infantry blob tries to hold off the encroaching Fallschirmjager ZFs. Jagdpanzer 4 now in. And it's a 12-12 and Shkodder's holding on. Capture this flag here. Ghosty just trying to find his single tick for a little longer. But the income advantage starting to overwhelm. But the thing is, Shkodder's got a long way to go. 30 seconds now. He did get a 14-10 back. As units just pour in here for Shkodder. There's almost no defense here on this flag, so this one's bound to fall any moment. But still 20 seconds left. Weakened Fallschirmjager squad's getting wiped out quickly here. In quick succession. As the mortar's trying to save the day, but Ghosty all of a sudden in the throes of a lot of bad trades as he just desperately tries to grab a flag to finish the game. But Shkodder now on a 13-11. Shtug 3 dead? It would appear. I'm assuming the Jagdpanzer 4 did the job. Ostute Legionnaire, Grenadier MG42 just pouring in, trying to solve the problem here. Did recapture this flag for the moment. Uh-oh. Leader about to go down here. Oh, no. And there it is. Goodbye, Commander. And gonna lose, on top of that, an 81 mortar. This Fallschirmjager, a frickin' hero and a half. Oh no. Ghosty's center collapsing, only 20 seconds from victory. Pack 40 getting on the Jagdpanzer 4. This is another disaster. It's missed twice though now. Jagdpanzer misses wide though. Where's Ghosty looking? Gets a sight damage. Oh no. And everything's suddenly collapsing here for Ghosty. But now the question is, can he survive 11 more minutes? I don't know. Ticket-wise, you'd think so, but Ghosty threw a lot of troops away just trying to hold on to his single tick to win the game. This is anybody's game. Oh, and another SDKFZ down! He's lost almost all his air cover, but I don't know. I don't know how much Air Force Shkodder even has left. Probably just a couple of junky Ju-88s. Wow, that was a sudden turnaround here. Shkodder suddenly, like, just grabbing a half of the map. And Ghosty's line collapsing as he tries to consolidate. Now, if Shkodder picks up a double tick, I don't know. This is anyone's game for sure if there's a double tick. As Ghosty is desperately trying to stabilize his line. Fallschirmjager survived the bombing because they fell back in time. SDKFZ falling back again. He almost lost that one. There's only 6 in the deck. He just lost 2. Something just blew up. I don't even know what it was. Black 36 actually almost out of ammo here. Huge force in the center. There's just a ton of cheap infantry coming in to try to save the day. They have absolutely no chance against the Fallschirmjager ZFs, that's for sure. Against the regular Fallschirmjager, they can at least hold up a little bit, but definitely not against these guys. They ain't 40 points for nothing. But Shkodder on a 1680's got the double tick, but it doesn't say that he's going to win, and there's not that many points left here, so I think Ghosty's still on the track of victory right now. Bomber in for the Ost Legionnaire here. It's going to, like, insta-pin him. It's also going to pin his own guy. Oops. as Ghosty's suddenly calling in like 20 infantry in the last 2 minutes. Kind of hilarious, actually. That is the thing with first Fallschirmjager, though, is you do have cheap infantry to call in. But the thing was, that used to be the big issue for third Fallschirmjager. That's not an issue anymore with their regular Fallschirmjagers costing 20 points. Beowbachter does survive in the center here, but there's most of the radios have died. Like, most of the the mortars have been killed. I mean, at this point, Ghosty's just trying to avoid a triple tick, I guess. Because it does not appear a double tick's going to do it for Shkodder. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I mean, he might get, like, really close, and with a zoom in, they'll figure it out. I'm not sure. I would say this is still anybody's game. Ghosty's kind of barely holding on here. With the radies calling out infantry, he might actually run out soon. He's definitely out of good infantry. Like, all he has at this point are Grenadier MG42s and OS Legionnaires. And he's probably almost out of OS Legionnaires anyway. Probably almost out of those. It's just blobs of Grenadiers. A Tiger would be desperately helpful, but he's called them all in. Whoa, did the Tiger over here die? It did, didn't it? Yeah, there it is. It got side-shotted by the Stug. Oof. This is the only Tiger left. Ju-88 still floating around. The SDKFZ died as well. Oh my goodness gracious. Ghosty losing units left and right. The onslaught continues. So, yeah, I mean, Shkodder is going kind of balls to the walls here on his Air Force. He does, I mean, he's got 2 or 3 of these Ju-88s left. He basically can pin down whatever he wants with them. There is an SDKFZ over here, but these are really fast. I mean, extremely fast. Is this one of the, this is like the fastest bomber in the game? One of, other than the jet bomber? I mean, they're extremely quick. And I'm not talking ground attack bomber, like the ME-410. I'm talking like high fly, don't dive bomber. Grenadier working hard here, but it's still 16-8. As Shkodder pushes everywhere. 6 minutes left. ME-410's trying to pick off key units one at a time here. Does do a nice chunk of damage to that Fallschirmjager. ZF. Can the Grenadier finish it off? Here comes more of those. My goodness. There is Fallschirm Pioneer still left. What? How does he still have more of those? Ooh, Abwehr got caught out in the open. Oof, they're dead. EF-109 pushing through, but the SDKFZ Z72 actually does find it. He's able to push it off. ME-410 finishes off another Fallschirmjager. These have been absolutely clutch. The thing is, too, with playing against third Fallschirmjager, it's very possible to trade super well because a lot of their infantry is super expensive. So every time you're killing an infantry unit, which is not like super difficult to do, you know, it's not like they're more resilient. Ooh, Oppo Blitz goes down. 81 mortar now has no ammo. It's actually a pretty bad loss. I don't think he has much ammo left, honestly. He lost at least one here. He lost one at some other point. Not that there's much already left, but it's still 40 points he just lost. I'm not sure if Ghosty has any more AT either. He definitely is out of Jagdpanzers. He's out of Nashorns. Yeah, I think he might be out of AT. There might be a Poopchen left or something like that. That would be about it. As these Stug 3s are kind of like brick walls. He's lost all the infantry with AT on it. Yeah, I think he's out of AT. Taking a stab in the dark here, but I think so. This Tiger's still alive, but he does not want to rustle with the Stug 3 at close range. I mean, he could get a pretty big side shot on it right now. Like, he could pop out here. That Stug would have to turn all the way around. He could fire in, scoot in time. Sagittario should be able to capture it. It does catch the Ju-88 and takes it out. That's a big kill. Really needed that to stop these constant bombing strikes. 4 minutes left here. Another flag grab by Shkodder. He's coming in for the 18-6. He needs that for the triple tick. That would swing it. I think Ghosty needs to be a little bit... be more aware with his Tiger here and try to actually get this side shot on the Zbcyn. Zbucyn is coming. Oh, I don't know if it's going to get by this. A lot of infantry here. '81 going after the Zbcyn. He's trying it this way now. BF-109, G6, R6 coming in. That's kind of odd. I mean, obviously he wants to get the ME-410s. It just seems odd at this point in the game to call that in. Bombing strike hits the leader. Definitely interesting. Does push that back. Gets the flag back in Ghosty's hands here. Zbucyn firing. Misses. The Obver is going to find it. So will the Zbcyn. Will it get another shot off before it gets pinned? It does. And it lands. Zbcyn goes down. Tiger is finally on the move. The Zbcyn is turned all the way around. Tiger's coming. Only 3 minutes left here. And Tiger has a full rear of the Zbcyn 3. I'll be honest, I almost feel like if you can get a rear shot on a tank and pen, it should insta-kill. That's just my personal opinion. I think that rewards you for working really hard to get a flank. Just rear, not side. Just rear. I think you should have like a 2x damage multiplier when you get rear penetrations. That sounds so bad. When you get rear armor penetration. Oh, it's late and I didn't think through what I was saying. Oh no. Oh, if you're still here and you heard that, you definitely want to drop a comment for that. Oh. If the back armor gets penetrated, oh god, there's no way to say it. That word sounds so bad. If the back armor of the tank receives a bullet that punches through the armor, it should get a 2x damage multiplier. There we go. We got it out. I still think it's a good idea. I legitimately do. Because like when you work that hard to actually get a plane on, get a tank on the back of another tank, that's pretty impressive. The ME-410 finally goes down to the BF-109. That's huge for Shkodder, but I think it's going to be too little too late. With only a minute 20 seconds left here, bombs hit the leader. Zbucyn deployed again. Will it be the hero it's always meant to be? Nope. The answer is no. But it will get another chance. It will receive another opportunity. Ah! Ah, I missed twice! Shkodder receiving the blessings. Ouch, 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 ouch. Another bite. These are so bad. Again, I know what people are going to say, but, well, it pins it, it's great. It's 95 points to pin something down. Like, that's not good. Call an arty piece in. You're that desperate for the effect. I don't know. I just don't think they're good. Now an 18-6, Shkodder finally gets it, but it's only 30 seconds left here, and I still don't think it is enough. It's technically a quadruple tick. I mean, like, it's like moving quadruply fast, but called a triple because it's 3 lines, like the third level of getting ticks. Now it's a 19-5. 10 seconds remaining here. What a freaking game. Ghosty holding on for dear life. Very impressive. Yeah, because Ghosty's technically down like... What's he down? He's down like 1,000 points. Yeah, he's down like 1,000 points in terms of like actual income received. And Shkodder out-traded him 600 points? How the heck did he hold on? 4,800 to 4,200 here. Congratulations to Ghosty pulling that one out. ME410 getting a couple kills here. Tiger doing all right. I mean, there's a lot of kills here. ME410 again. I mean, all of those should have done phenomenally. We saw them in and out constantly, doing tons of damage, hitting key units all the time. That's it, though. I mean, the other side here, LG42, some infantry. Oh, this is the third Fallschirmjager. Another infantry doing a lot of damage. Infantry. That's it, though. Very interesting game. That was definitely an exciting one. I'm very impressed that First Fallschirmjager pulled this one out. Really am. But if you guys enjoyed that, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and consider supporting over on Patreon. Thanks a bunch, and have a fantastic day.